Hello and welcome to this video about the Sony CDP-333ESD. I actually was buying a 337, but the seller made an error in a listing and he asked me, do you still want that one? And I said, yeah, why not? Price was good, and this has a Sony BU-1 mechanism. BU-1 is base unit 1. It's a predecessor of the one I keep telling you is the best ever, which is KSS-190. And frankly, I do not know the difference between the two. They all look the same and they work the same. And as Lampizator says, I can sit here all day watching tray go in and out. So, and of course, it's, what does it do? It has a instant track access, like, and back. It just doesn't matter to which track you go, and it's the beginning and end of the disc. There is this excellent site, Hungarian site called Egalizer.hu, and has a thing on Sony CD players and SA CD players as well. And you can see them divided into reference, flagship, class 2 and 3, and of course our 333 sits there in the flagship range and has the base unit 1E, which is the last one. There was 1C, and before that was straight base unit, and then they go to KSS 190, and then 151s are in a lower class, which lower class is what Vadia uses, in their units in 861 and 16, and then they go into 200 series. So this baby they've started doing in 1985, so it's now 40 years old. So another reason I'm doing this video is that the guy wanted to buy a Marantz CD player, SA11, I think Series 1, Series 2 I have. And then he said, oh no, I'm going to just get the new one, because I want to have a peace of mind. Well, if you want to have a peace of mind, buy one of these. Because it's a 40-year-old CD player, and, well, I replaced belts. Somebody had a go at it and put 2 rubber bands for one and another rubber band for the other belt. And I put some new grease. I cleaned the grease there. It was a bit yellowish, not as bad as the others. And that's about it. I've tested all the limit switches. They were sub half ohm, like 0.1, 0.2 of an ohm. And nothing at all I've done on the main board. All the green capacitors that you see in huge quantities are Nishika Muse, which, nothing wrong with them. Those other ones are Elnas. Then in power supply, there's some technicians who replace those on site because they say they leak. Well, I've never had one leak, and I've tested them all, and you'll be hard pressed to buy a capacitor with such specs as these. They measure the fraction of an ohm. Well, obviously the small ones have a bit more, but the big ones are, fraction of an ohm of ESR. So all that is good. You have instant access. For DAC, you have here Philips TDA-1541, which is their, most famous chip, the first 16-bit chip, the one that has crown versions, single, double crown. So, I mean, mechanically perfect, electrically perfect. It will just go on and on. The laser head puts out 250 microwatts. I haven't adjusted because obviously it has an automatic circuit adjusting it. Check the phase lock loop frequency. It was 20 Hertz out on a 4.32 million. So you just cannot buy anything made to this standard today. Perfect as a transport. And it actually sounds pretty good with that chip. But if you don't like that one, you can get yourself single or double crown, put in there, and you have a CD player that will probably outlast you because after 40 years there's just nothing wrong with it. Probably another 20 years you need to replace belts or well, I don't know, put some more grease. I put some bit of grease there on those runners, but you know, but it was still working fine without it. So there it is, you know, an excellent player that will certainly outlive me. And thank you very much for your attention. I just Lampizetti says he can watch it whole day, and so can I. And people, maybe what I'll do, I'll put a rubber band on each end so the arrival at the end is a bit smoother. But you know, brilliant machine. Thank you very much for your attention. Goodbye.